Yo,
we just got off the yacht to the studio.
Off the yacht to the studio. Bro, I was on a plane for 2 days. I slept 4 hours in 3 days. Then I was on the yacht with you guys. Now we're in the studio.
Yo.
But it's okay. I run on pure adrenaline.
this is what it is, man.
I run on pure adrenaline.
You guys asked for this?
You guys asked for it,
and now you have it.
here.
It's here.
Literally the most requested person to come on the Fresh and Fit podcast, Andrew fucking Tate.
In the building.
I can say with absolute certainty, in my life, I have never disappointed. So buckle up, right? I'm keeping my glasses on as eye protection because we're coming hard today. We're coming hard.
Oh man! All right, let's hit these super chats real quick. We're gonna get right into it.
We posted the video early this morning. We got super chat right away.
Yeah,
it's crazy,
seriously,
guys.
man. Mike Liff, please buy that Cobra a drink or two at Moxie's on my behalf. He is a case study on what the male mindset should be. Salute to you all from right down the street. Hashtag Brickle, aka the Bricks. Thank you so much,
Mike, man.
Thank you, Mike. $100 super chat from Kendall the Man. Subscribe to you guys after the Think Before You Sleep video slamming those OF girls you had on who think they're the reason y'all get paid. Here's to proving her wrong. Thank you so much for that, bro. And then Elvin, $5 Australian. I bet this finishes with 150k subs. Absolutely, bro. Thank you so much all the way from down under. Coco Puff, $20. Tate, what would you do if you had to fight John Jones or Israel Adesanya at the UFC fighters? What would be your plan of attack and defense?
What would I have? What would I do if I had to? Then I'd fight them. What do you mean? You know what? So many people are obsessed, especially in the fight game, with game plans. And Mike Tyson said it perfectly, didn't he? Everyone has a game plan till they're punched in the face. So I would train as hard as I could possibly train. I'd be in the best shape I could possibly be, and I'd get in there with the intention of fucking him up. Sorry, I don't want to swear.
No, you're good.
With the intention of winning, right? Not enough people approach things in life with absolute tenacity. And if you approach anything in your life and you destroy the idea that you could possibly fail, which sounds easy, right? But you could do well. If a man told you he could rip your head off with his little finger and you could tell he really, really believed it, would you want him to try?
No.
You'd be like, that little, maybe. I don't know, this guy is way too convinced. You know what I'm saying? So if I had to fight John Jones, I don't care if I had to fight a mountain, I don't care if I had to fight a lion or an alien, whatever. If it's on, it's on. If it's on, then it's on. So I'm coming to win, I ain't coming to lose.
Exactly.
So that's how it goes.
It's a fighter spirit right there.
All right,
Lazino 44, 23 euros, 23.99 super sticker. Thank you so much. Know you're worth $5. Looks lit, guys. Fresh, check your Telegram DMs. Okay, cool. And we will do that. Brody, $5. What's up, fellas? Cheers to a great podcast and hit my email back.
Oh yeah, he wants to do an internship.
Okay, so we'll hit you back.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. We've been getting spammed by emails and people hitting us up since we've been growing so much. Thank you so much for the growth.
Thanks,
We've
fellas.
just been so busy, man. Obviously, we got Tate in the house, so he's been the priority right now.
Priority always.
Showing him a good time has been priority.
Yep.
Matasuki, $20. Best podcast in the world, over 9,000.
Thank you, brother.
My friend.
Thank you, man.
9,000.
Tony Parker, $4.99. I'm looking forward to joining y'all's highest tier Patreon. I gotta put my glass on.
You join that higher tier, you can come in the studio. We got one of our boys here. I'll shout out to him in the studio as well, Kaiser. So yeah, man, $20 tier, VIP. You can chill with us.
Blake Ocean, $5. Tate, greatest to ever do it. Welcome to America.
Well, thank you
this is his
very
first time in Miami. I didn't know that.
It's my first time in Miami. I've never been to Miami before.
You know,
but I'm feeling the Miami spirit. You know, I've already got the Colombian drug lord shirt and the big cigar.
Shout out Scarface.
I got some money. I can feel it. I can get it.
There you go.
Lazino again, $23.99. Shout out to Tate from East London. Keep up the good work. And Tate, never seen Star Wars.
Never.
Keep your movie. Yeah,
Never
absolutely.
seen Star Wars.
Bro, I never seen it either.
Why would I watch that? You think I've got a life to live?
Oh man,
my dick works. You think I'm gonna be sitting there looking at what in a galaxy, little teddy bears, some dude in a mat? This is lame, bro. This is lame. I would deal with Darth Vader. I'd show Darth Vader force. He ain't ready for it. Bust him up. He ain't ready for me.
Yo,
he ain't ready
King
for me.
Kristen, shout out to the #1 podcast for men and lifestyle. Thanks for coming on, Tate. We're going 0 to 100K now fast. Speeding. The catch is real. They better keep watching. Facts.
Thank you, King Chris.
And then Loner XZ, $5. Don DeMarco, please, and happy birthday, Clyde. Didn't forget B-Day, 429. Can he get the DBT power-up? Still a ninja now, part of the Fresh and Fit Village. Thank you so much for that.
All right.
And then I think Lonnie Strokes, $10. Love the channel, man. Y'all be having me laughing hard as fuck. And when y'all gonna have Steph Cold on the podcast, keep grinding. Hey, man, tell Steph to hit us up. He knows where we're at.
More.
Yep.
And then Blake Ocean, $5. After this interview, you will see that Tate is on another level and has proof for all of it. Absolutely, guys.
yeah.
Tate is the real deal, and he's here for a reason.
I do my best. You know, I'm a man. I try and live by receipts. I try and show what I'm
Yep.
doing.
No fire today, haha. Just love. Keep it go. Do it.
Thank you,
keep
Papa
it doing.
Chunks.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you,
Cali
brother.
Papa Chunks. And Trey won't make fun of you and the Warriors anymore. Ken Festi Porter. And guys, we're gonna have to read 15 and up from this point forward because we want to make sure that we don't
15 and
interrupt. We got a lot to talk about with Andrew,
Yeah.
guys. So thank you so much. Chris will continue to show the super chats.
But 50 and up.
But 50 and or 15.
50.
Okay, 50 and up, guys. Because we don't want to.
this is important.
This is going to be a big interview. What's good, Fresh and Fit? I just discovered you guys a couple weeks ago. I like the content you doing your thing because these women need to hear this stuff. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. They do need to hear this. And then finally,
Ben
Francis,
Francis,
all the way from Canada. Shout out from Call Me Canada. We appreciate you, Tate. So,
Boom. Bam.
Man, so
Wait, before we start.
Okay,
before
go
we
ahead.
start. Sorry, I don't want to try and take control of the podcast.
no. You're the guest, bro.
you
Go
They
good.
ahead.
might attack me from both sides. I only got one hand each for the Aikido. Why am I the only one drinking?
well,
Where's your vodka?
you know what?
Here we go.
We drank on the boat for you. Now we're here in the studio for you.
Listen, let me tell you something. I drank the entire 24-hour flight
You know
here.
what? Throw me a White Claw.
All I did
This
was
is a
drink.
special occasion.
I
Can
haven't
someone
slept.
throw me a White Claw
I
real
drunk
quick?
on the boat again.
You know what? I'll take a White Claw for Tate.
Yeah. Can you guys throw us a White Claw real quick? It's gonna be like
This
Stone
is-
Cold Steve Austin type shit.
Second time
here.
you see me drink on air. First time was 100K, and now I'm gonna do it for Tate.
And there's a reason why we're considered the best hosts in the manosphere. It's because we take care of all of our guests.
Fact.
They do.
Even if it means us destroying our livers in the process.
We all go down together. And gentlemen, I guarantee you my liver's worse than yours, all right? I live on booze.
So-
Booze powers me.
Where's mine, Tom?
And then, so I'll say this. So Andrew, for those that don't know
Yep.
who you are, that have been living under a rock,
Yep.
can you please tell the people who Andrew Tate is?
Okay, well, I've lived an eclectic life, right? So I've lived many different lives. I like to think the reason I'm so wise is because I've lived 1,000 human years. So I've done a lot of different things. I've been broke, I've been rich. I was a professional athlete. I was a webcam pimp. I've done it all. So I'll give you the very, very short version of my life story. My father was the greatest black chess player in history. He was a master of the game. So when I was growing up from a very young age, from the age of around 3, I was training to become a chess grandmaster. I was on track to be a chess grandmaster by the age of around 12. When I was 5, I became the state chess champion for Indiana in the under 16s. I was the youngest to ever win it. I remember I was 5 years old. When you're 5 and you're playing a 16-year-old, that's scary, right? I'm sitting my ass at 5, and there's some big 16-year-old there. And I remember when I beat him, he cried. So I became state chess champion age 5, and I was trained to become a chess grandmaster. So that was that. And then we were growing up. I was in sleepy little Goshen, Indiana. My mother and father split up. My mother was English, so we all went back to England. I was around 11. And in England, there's no chess, not like in America, right? And I also lost my coach because my dad stayed here. So I had a few sleepy years. I was in school or whatever, and then I decided I wanted to replace chess with something. And to me, the closest possible fit I could find was fighting. People say, how can you go from chess, which is geeky, to getting in the cage and smashing someone's face in? But to me, they're exactly the same thing, right? In most sports, there's a degree of luck. Like in poker, I don't care how good, listen, all you poker players, you all fucking, I play poker, I don't care how good you are. If every single hand you get is trash, you're gonna lose.
Yep.
And if you keep getting pocket aces, you're gonna win, right?
Yep.
So there's a degree of luck.
Facts.
Or if you play a team sport, your team can have a good day or a bad day, and that'll affect how the outcome of the game, regardless of how you performed, right? So I wanted something just like chess, where there's no luck, it's just me, one-on-one, brutal, war. I wanted to hurt someone. I wanted to make someone else cry like that 16-year-old bitch cried. So I thought, I might as well learn to start punching people in the face. So I started training. Kickboxing is what I started doing. I had 5 cage fights, and then I was offered a contract for the largest kickboxing organization in Holland, and they were the kings of kickboxing at the time, and they paid more than MMA, and I needed to pay the bills. So I signed up to kickboxing, I gave up MMA, and I became 4-time kickboxing world champion. Best in the world for a long time, 87 fights, been everywhere, done everything, and then fighting was doing well, but the problem was with kickboxing, it's not boxing, right? So even though I was the world champion, I mean, I had money, but I didn't have money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was getting, let's say, $100,000 a fight, but I was fighting twice a year, $200,000 a year, pay your taxes and stuff. You're not balling.
Yeah.
You're not
And then you
balling.
got to pay out your promoter.
You got to pay your
everybody,
promoter 20%, and there's no, and the lifestyle's boring, right? So all you do is train. I mean, I was still smashing through women, of course, because I always found that I was pretty good at that, and it was relatively cheap. But I woke up one day and thought, I give this 6 hours of energy a day. 6 hours of my life a day is dedicated to kicking the shit out of people. I'm 4-time world champion. Is becoming 5-time world champion going to really improve my life? Probably not.
Right.
So I'm going to take all that energy and dedicate it towards getting rich. And through a crazy series of events, I ended up owning a webcam studio.
Hey.
I ended up owning a webcam studio and became a multi-millionaire. And here I am now. I'm officially an ultra high net worth individual in excess of 30 million. So I gave up fighting to get rich. And now I'm rich, and I'm on the Fresh and Fit podcast. And that's the story. That's the story from head to toe. That's how it went.
There you go. This is the number one dating podcast in the world.
Yep, and definitely the number one podcast in Miami, and we're gonna take over soon to become the number one podcast in the world.
Hell yeah.
Andrew, so they got to know you a little bit as far as you know, where you're from and everything, because a lot of people think that you're not American.
Yeah, I'm American.
You were born here.
I was born here. I've got an American passport. I'm American, and I live right now. I currently live in Romania, and everyone goes, "Why Romania? Are you Romanian, or is your family Romanian?"
Let's talk about that real quick. 'Cause I know they're gonna ask, "Oh, Andrew, why are you guys in Romania?" Can you tell? Well, what's safe for YouTube, I guess.
Yeah. I was in England. I got tired of England. I had to decide to move somewhere, and I'd fought in Romania a few times. And I decided to go to. In fact, I'll tell you this whole story. All right, let me tell you the whole story. Let me tell out in public.
Let's
why
go
I left
down memory
England.
lane.
Let's go down. Let me give out all my world secrets because I'm on my biggest podcast yet, so I might as well tell all my secrets, right?
There you go.
So. This is a long story, right? So I had the webcam business. So a lot of people are very curious about how the webcam business worked. So basically, I was sitting there after I retired from fighting, and I thought I need to get rich today. So I'm Googling up and I'm researching like what is money? How does the central bank? Because I thought if I want money, the first thing I need to do is understand what money is.
Right.
Most people don't know what money is.
Facts.
Right? How does money work? How does a bank work? Where does money come from? So I started like just going down the rabbit hole. And the more I learned about money, the more mad I got because I realized it's trash and fiat ain't real and they just print it from the sky. So I'm like, not only is it garbage, I don't have any. I don't have any garbage. What? So I was furious, right? So I'm watching this YouTube video and they're talking about assets, liabilities, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting there trying to find a way to get rich. And I decided to write down all my assets on a piece of paper. I had like a Range Rover. I had an apartment under mortgage. I had like 10 grand in the bank. That's it. So I'm writing down my assets. I knew I was big and strong, but I was already fighting. And then when I was writing down assets, I realized with my fight career, because I was traveling the world, all I do is, because I always win, because I'm sexy. When you win, it's almost like a given, right? The ring girl's yours. When you win, you smash. Like they ain't fucking a loser. But if you win, so I had all these girlfriends. I had girlfriends in France, Slovakia, Germany, all these hot chicks. And they thought I was the big millionaire world champion, right? They thought I was living in London with a Ferrari, and I'm still texting them, and they thought I was living the big life.
Damn.
So I was like, well, I could open a strip club, but that takes money. You know, I need overheads, I need money. How can I use these women to make me money? I don't want to put them on the track because they're my women. I don't want other people touching my chicks. And by coincidence, I'm just Googling things up and I discovered this webcam website. And I'd never heard of webcam before. This is a long time ago as well. It wasn't as big as it is now. Now everyone knows about OnlyFans, all this shit. Like 8 years ago, 7 years ago, whenever this was, it wasn't nearly as big. And I found this little webcam thing and I was like, this might be some money. So I text all my girlfriends, I think it was 5 of them, text all 5, said, you're all coming here to live with me and work with me. None of them knew about each other. Bro, Tristan will tell you the story. He'll tell you. All 5 flew in, picked them all up. They're all sitting there. I sat them around the same table. Bro, I need to get paid. Right? I'm broke now. I'm retired from fighting. I have no money. I'm running out of money. So I put them all around the same table, and I was like, look, we're gonna start a webcam business. You're gonna stay. You're gonna live in London. I'm gonna look after you, and we're gonna get rich. We're gonna be a team. And they're all like, well, who's this bitch? I'm like, she's my girlfriend. She's my girlfriend. She's my girl. You're all my chicks. And you're gonna stay here, and we're gonna make some money. Big fight kicks off, blah, 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 blah. In the end, long story short, 3 left, 2 stayed. Those are my first 2 girls. And we started this little webcam business from my apartment. And it just grew and grew and grew. And it got to the point where at one point I had 75 women working for me in 4 locations. Damn. And I was doing $600,000 a month from webcam. So
this is in the UK. This is in the UK.
Right? This is in the UK. So, but this leads into the story of why I moved to Romania. So at the height of my webcam pimping, I think I'm the king of the world, right? I have all these women, But the problem is, my first 2 girls who worked for me because they loved me. I love this man. Right. I am with this man. We're a team. He's gonna take me from the ghetto streets to the hotel suites, right? So we're working together. But then once you get bigger, you start hiring girls who don't love you. They're in it for the money. So I had a whole bunch of girls working for me who weren't really about it. And then I had one girl and she got too drunk one day and she threw up in my apartment. I told her to clean up. She refused to clean up, start being an idiot. So I took her stuff, threw out the window. Because it's like, it's about that. With women, you never hit a girl, right? Can't do that. But
We learned that the hard way last week.
You can't hit them. But if all the other girls see me be disrespected, they're gonna lose respect for me.
Facts.
Right?
Yep.
So when she's like, I ain't cleaning that up, you get that. So I was like, look, I don't care. And she was my biggest earning girl. She made me on her own maybe $25,000 a month.
Oh shit.
So I didn't want to fire her, and she knew I didn't want to fire her, which is more reason why I had to fire her ass. So I was like, all right, cool. You want to be a gangster? Right, you're a gangster. Got her shit.